Okay, so once we're done with our little contest to see who can find the coolest innovation, everyone's going to vote on it. There's Cheyenne. Welcome. So once we do our coolest innovation contest, basically everyone's going to go out and look for something, and we'll look at the slides, and then I'll tally them up and we'll vote. Then whatever time is left, hopefully 10, 15 minutes, you guys can work on your evolution of technology projects. I'm hoping that this is just going to get your juices flowing and thinking about innovation. What is due is the warm-up, and then the evolution of technology project is due next Monday. If you need to get it in on Tuesday, that's fine, since that is the class day. Our goal is you will be examining the role of innovations and accomplishments of innovators in technology. All right? Let's get out of here. Hang on, I don't need to be over there. Let's get out of here and back into, oh, look, there's Jackson. Help, how did I lose him? Participants. There we go. All right. So I already went through the warm-up with my first class, so I'm going to have to stop sharing, and we'll read through this and make our guesses. All right. So let's look at the warm-up. Oh, actually, I can do this. We can do this. I've got it where it's not just telling answers. Okay. So question 1, a fishing net made of hemp rope is A, a technological resource, B, a natural resource? Just put your answers in the chat. Oh, there's one for natural resource. Okay, anybody else have any ideas? Everyone think it's a natural? Oh, there's a technological. Foster feels like it's an A, a technological resource. Oh, Mackenzie's natural. Okay, so let's talk about this. A fishing net made of hemp rope is a net made out of a natural resource. Hemp is a natural resource. Hemp is a fiber plant. So which does everyone feel is this going to be? If it's a net made of a natural resource, is that a natural resource? What is it about being a net that makes it a technological resource? Why would a net have to be a technological resource?
Because it was human made.
It's human made. Perfect. Exactly the right answer. Anything that we have fabricated is going to become a technological resource. Basically, the idea is that nets do not grow in the wild. Only things that actually are a product of the earth by itself are considered natural resources. All right, on to my next one. Question 2. Which definition is not energy? Oh, shoot, hang on. I've got an exciting thing. One thing, I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm guessing everyone's already done this. I forgot to fix this. Which definition is not energy? Work, potential forces, inherent power, capacity for vigorous action, strength of power efficiently exerted, or the capacity for doing work and overcoming resistance. You can put this in the chat. Which one of these is not a definition for energy? Ooh, we've got work, work, work. I will tell you that work is correct. Work is not energy. But what was funny about this, I was trying to think up something that would go with these. And I thought work, the problem with work is that it's so different than the other definitions. So I thought about having the capacity to work, or the capacity to work. And technically that is a definition of energy, that energy gives you the capacity to create work, but work itself is not energy. Work is powered by energy, but work itself is not energy. Number 3, what is the correct description of invention? Oh, here we go. Oh, look, diary. Right. We're gonna get everyone by the end. Okay, the correct
Sorry,
description.
I'm late.
Oh, don't worry.
My internet wasn't connecting.
Yesterday was a terrible day. I already had to switch rooms once today, so I've just got my fingers crossed for mine. What is the correct description of invention? Invention is A, developing a new useful process, tool, machine, etc. that did not exist previously. B is introducing new ideas, methods to an established process, tool, machine to produce marketable products. C is I don't know. And D is developing a useful process, tool, machine, etc. that did exist previously. So it looks like we're getting a lot of A's. And I hate to say this is one of the problems with my quiz. I thought that it worked a little differently and I did not fix it in between classes. But that's okay, because this is really just to get us thinking. What is innovation? Is innovation introducing new ideas, methods to an established process, tool, machine, etc., to produce marketable products? Introducing old ideas, methods to an established process, tool, machine, etc., to produce marketable or unmarketable products? Or C, developing a new / useful process, tool, machine, etc. that did not exist previously? Why, look, they're all back on A. Imagine that. Yes, A is innovation is introducing new ideas and methods to an established process, tool, machine, etc. to produce a marketable product. Okay, now here's one that we haven't really touched on. Which is, what is a patent? A patent is a property right granted by the government that allows the inventor to prohibit others from making, using, or selling their idea. B is a property right granted by anybody that allows them to prohibit someone from making, using, or selling their idea. C is all inventions must be novel, non-obvious, and adequately described, or none of the above. Anybody want to guess? I can't tell whether those are new A's or old A's. A is the answer. Needless to say, when I set out my quiz, it asks for the right answer first. I thought that it would naturally sort the questions, but apparently it didn't. Last question. Do you believe that technology and science go hand in hand in solving human problems and fulfilling human needs? Yes, no, maybe, or I don't know. Go ahead and put something in the chat because it's not an A. Or I guess that's not really true. But use the words. Yes, no, maybe, or I don't know. Do you believe that technology and science go hand in hand? Yes, yes, we do. Okay, I'm hoping everyone got a perfect score on this warm-up. All right. Now we're going to hit the exciting question of, can you see the video? Okay. I'm skipping the first 45 seconds of this because, well, actually, I think I've got it queued up. I've got it queued up right here. All right. So now, are you seeing this full screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, because last time that didn't happen. All right. So this is just going to be 10 different interesting innovations just to get us thinking about what kinds of modern things are being innovated.
5v6. This is the next
Hang on.
generation.
Sorry. A little ahead. There we go. Innovative technology. So you do not have to choose your innovation from the list on the paper. Anything on there is perfectly fine. If this makes you think of something you'd rather do, that's fine. This is just trying to get you thinking what kinds of cool things are being innovated.
To 10 of the most innovative technologies coming in 2020. Number 10 is Wi-Fi v6. This is the next generation of Wi-Fi protocols, and it has just started appearing in select products across this year. But expect this new version of Wi-Fi to become the standard in 2020. Not only is it capable of higher bandwidth data transfer, up to 3 times faster than its predecessor, but the real value of Wi-Fi 6 will be in its ability to extend faster data speeds to far more devices than Wi-Fi 5. This is important for 2 main reasons. The first is that the number of connected devices on the average Wi-Fi network is expected to grow from roughly 10, which it's currently at, to over 50 in the next few years. And that increase will require a faster, more efficient, and smarter Wi-Fi capability. The second reason is that the quality and volume of data consumed through Wi-Fi networks are both increasing as well. The fact of the matter is Wi-Fi 5 can't handle the load all that well. Wi-Fi 6 will eliminate these pain points beginning in 2020. Number 9 is the Waverly Ambassador Translator. For those who want to travel in spite of language barriers, or those who want to effortlessly talk to people of a different language, this translator is the one to look out for. The Waverly Ambassador Translator is an audio device that translates in real time. There are a ton of ways that this can be used. In spite of that, the most helpful system is to connect one to your ear and have the different language speaking person attach the other to their ear. Then you can both freely chat as the right translation plays in your ear in real time. Pretty impressive technology. Number 8 is 8K nanocell technology. LG has just previewed its first 8K resolution TV with nanocell technology. Why is this significant? Well, this technology was rumored to be delayed until late 2020, so its early commercial release was a surprise to some. Nanocell technology uses nanoparticles that eliminates unwanted light wavelengths while enhancing the purity of reds and green colors on the display screen. The result is dramatic enhanced picture quality and deep lossless blacks. Similarly, the technology allows a broad spectrum of color to be seen at a much wider viewing angle, up to 60 degrees. And if that's not impressive enough, remember that this is an 8K TV, a display resolution that's so dramatic and intense, content feels like hyper-realistic art. Number 7 is mixed reality technology. And to fully understand mixed reality, you first have to distinguish between VR and AR. VR, or virtual reality, completely replaces the user's experience, putting them in a virtual world, while augmented reality, on the other hand, inserts virtual objects and information into the individual's real world, using the physical world as a canvas for adding digital content. Mixed reality is a blend of VR and AR, allowing the user to interact with the real environment while displaying information in their field of view about things the user is seeing. There are options for real-time audio translation of foreign languages in both written and spoken form. Virtual characters or notification can be inserted for entertainment or information. The idea of mixed reality is having the experience of VR in the real world without it interfering with your normal senses. Examples of headsets under development include Microsoft's HoloLens, the Magic Leap 1, RealWear HMT-1, and Oculus Quest. Number 6 is 5G. Before we jump into some details of 5G, I'd love to hear your comments below. What do you think of 5G? What do you think of 4G? There's a lot of speculation and talk right now that we're basically, as a society, guinea pigs for technology like this. Do we really know the ramifications that will come if we put 5G towers on every building in America? I'm not sure. Love to hear your feedback. 2020 will be the year of 5G, with some of the biggest names in telecommunications, like Qualcomm, AT&T, Verizon, Nokia, and Ericsson, all making sure that global 5G deployments stay on pace. And the world's best Android handset makers already releasing 5G phones. 5G will hit the ground running in 2020. In addition to bringing us all faster broadband speeds and more reliable mobile networks, the proliferation of 5G will also accelerate advancements in smart city, smart vehicle, smart manufacturing, and scores of LOT-intensive technologies hungry for 5G. In other words, the true value of 5G won't be limited to phones. Just about every industry that touches our daily lives will be transformed, and some say for the better, by the technology evolution that will define 2020. Number 5 is blockchain. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency have gotten a pretty bad rap of recent. There's good merit to that argument. The encrypted decentralization digital currency was overhyped and experienced volatility due to uncertainty. However, continued investment by the likes of FedEx, IBM, Walmart, and MasterCard during 2019 is likely to start to show real-world results. And if they can manage to prove its case, it could quickly lead to an increase in adoption by smaller players. 2020 will also see the launch of Facebook's own block-based cryptocurrency, Libra, which, judging by the response to date, will see a large take-up of the new currency. The future just might be in ones and zeros. Number 4 is quantum battery. The new super battery with the potential for instantaneous charging could replace conventional batteries in small electronic devices such as a watch, phone, iPad, computer, or any product that relies on stored energy. Thanks to a feature of quantum mechanics known as entanglement, quantum batteries would theoretically charge faster the more you have of them. If one quantum battery takes 1 hour to charge, then 2 would take 30 minutes, 3 would take 20 minutes, and so on. If you had 10,000 batteries, they would all charge in less than a second. When 2 objects are entangled, it means that their individual properties are always shared. They somehow lose their sense of individuality. It's because of entanglement that it becomes possible to speed up the battery charging process. Several universities have been working in conjunction to crack the math since 2013, but the battery is definitely possible and feasible in 2020. Number 3, bacteria that eats plastic. Climate skeptic or not, there's no denying that planet Earth has a plastic problem. Scientists recently discovered a strain of bacteria that can literally eat the plastic used to make bottles and have now improved it to make it work faster. The scientists tested different bacteria from a bottle recycling plant and found that a plastic titled 201-F6 could digest the plastic used to make single-use drinking bottles. It works by secreting an enzyme known as a PETase. This splits certain chemical bonds in PET plastic, leaving smaller molecules that the bacteria can absorb. Using the carbon in them as a food source, the effects are modest. It's not a complete solution to plastic pollution, but it does show how bacteria could help create more environmentally friendly recycling. Modifications and mutations to this bacteria in 2020 could see an improved effect on the process. However, scientists in China are working on a mold that could not only eat plastic, but gives off oxygen and water as a byproduct as well. Number 2, fully autonomous cars. Tesla's CEO Elon Musk has said he expects his company to create a truly, completely autonomous vehicle by this year. And the number of vehicles capable of operating with a lesser degree of autonomy, such as automated braking and lane changing, will become an increasingly common sight. In addition to this, other in-car systems not directly connected to driving, such as a security and entertainment function, will become increasingly automated and reliant on data capture and analytics. Google's sister company Waymo has just completed a trial of autonomous taxis in California, where it transported more than 6,200 people in the first month. It won't just be cars, of course. Trucking and shipping are becoming more autonomous as well, and breakthroughs in this space are likely to continue to hit the headlines throughout 2020. With the maturing of autonomous driving technologies, changes to laws, existing infrastructure, and social attitudes are all likely to be required before a network of self-driving cars becomes a practical reality. During 2020, it's likely we'll start to see the debate around autonomous driving vehicles spread while engineers iron out the kinks. Remember, it was only 2018 when Elaine Herzberg was killed by an autonomous car in Arizona. While the technology may be there, people might not quite be ready to jump on board. Number 1, Amazon Vesta. Amazon has been and still is working on its first home robot. Yes, That's right. It's basically Alexa that follows you around. The project is reportedly codenamed Vesta after the Roman goddess of the hearth and is controlled by Amazon's voice assistant Alexa. According to reports, Vista measures about waist high and is in pre-production as we speak. It's unclear exactly what the intended purpose of the device would be. The speculation is that the bot would be a kind of a mobile echo, bringing the Alexa capabilities with users around their home. Helping the bot on its transient journey around one's home will be an array of cameras that use computer vision to navigate their environment. Bloomberg reports that an Amazon employee was able to summons the robot using voice commands in a demonstration. Despite the ramp up in efforts to bring the robot to fruition, it's unclear if Vista will actually make it to Amazon's production lineup. So that's it for a list of the 10 most innovative inventions, gadgets, and technologies.
Okay. So let me see if this is still on my. Okay, here is a link to the mains to this agenda slide. For our presentation. You can use that. We're going to take 5 minutes. It's 12:55 now. We'll take 5 minutes till 1 o'clock. And just go on the internet and find whatever you think is the coolest innovation you've ever seen. And just drop it on a slide with your name in here, and then we'll just go through them and we'll take a vote and see what we think the coolest innovation is. Again, I don't think this is for a grade. It's just to try and get us looking at innovations and thinking of what the coolest things are and getting us geared up for our project. Okay?
Where do we put it?
You're gonna use this link in the chat. If you click on the link in the chat, that is going to take you
It's the Zoom link.
Yeah.
to the slide. And then
No,
you
that
can
takes
add
us.
slides.
It's a Zoom link. It takes you to a Zoom.
Oh, that's a Zoom. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking there was something off with that. Hang on. There we go. Wow, that's a weird one. So hang on. Let me blah blah blah. That makes it a little cleaner. So that should be linking you to our slide in our presentation. Again, let's take 5 minutes. We'll come back at about 1:02 and take a look at what we've come up with. All right? So have fun. Just cruise around and see what looks interesting. That so that we can see what you're posting. You've got another 2-3 more minutes. Okay, 1 more minute. Just wrap up what you're working on. Again, put your name on it, ideally a picture and a short description. And then we'll check them out. I think you'll be surprised at what the first period chose as the coolest technology. Okay, let's switch back to our fabulous slide and see what we've got. Oh, Jeremiah's confused. Brooklyn, cool innovation is electrical vehicles. 3D printers. I'm not quite sure what our link is taking us to. Let's take a look. Ooh, 3D printing in the medical industry. Okay. Wow. Ooh, 3D printed organs. They actually can print 3D, they can 3D print organs. Okay, so benefits of 3D printing for medical applications. Apple Thunderbolt revolution. 20-watt charging capability, new USB-C Thunderbolt 3 series. Everyone loves their phone to charge faster. Okay. Oh, the Aqua treadmill. That is really bizarre. The reason you want this is that doing stuff underwater is much lower impact and it provides natural resistance. I have never heard of an Aqua treadmill. I vaguely think they might have them for horses. Nothing from Nestor. Brooke has come up with the wireless charger, innovations in wireless chargers. Ooh, hoverboard. I have a hoverboard. Look, somebody else found the Aqua treadmill. Oh my gosh. There's 2 votes right there. The iPhone 12. Ooh, what in the world is the Scribble pen?
So basically, it's like a pen that kind of senses what color you put it to, so it can kind of find any color and then you can draw with that color. It'll like...
Wow, how bizarre. Okay, so that is the Scribble pen that can, it's sort of like a paint sensor. The paint sensors, you just give them anything and they can duplicate the color. The Smart Micro Garden. When you plant root veggies, leafy greens, or fruit in the Sprouts IO, soil-free indoor smart garden, it will create an ideal environment to grow your chosen crop. Pre-programmed recipes automatically tailor the amount of water, light, and nutrition. So it's a hydroponic grower that's sort of automatic. Okay, we have, oh, VR surgery. I was going to say, it kind of looks like that person's got 6 fingers on their hand. There's something very strange about their hand. Don't worry. iPhone 12 is another good one. So let's go. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is coming in. We'll start at the top and we'll hit that
You're breaking up.
Jeremiah. He has got the banana power. So let's go with
Mrs. Swift.
You're muted.
I'm muted, right? I am. All right, let's do this again. So we have 1 banana. I'm never going to get off the banana-powered iPhone. 2. Hang on. I'll make this a little more interesting for you. So we got electrical cars. Oh, look. Okay, hang on. So yes. 3.
I just, oh, sorry. Can I just add to Julie's that they can also now 3D print casts, and so the casts then are waterproof now. If you, because now use like plastic and I don't know. I can show you.
What does it come in 2 pieces?
That's so interesting.
Yeah, it's like here.
I'm just calling it 3D printing for medical applications.
I don't know if you can
Like
see
a
it.
really
but-
bizarre one is they can literally 3D
yeah.
print organs. Oh, cool.
So they kind of look like these like Spider-Man like weird casts or whatever.
I'm sure it's
You could
supposed
add
to look
that.
Spider-Man-y.
You could add that to the slide if you'd like.
Oh, okay.
All right, you want 4 3D printed casts. 5 is John's Thunderbolt Revolution. All right. Oh yes, everyone's favorite, or my new favorite, the Aqua Treadmill. I like that we've had a little overlap in some. Oh, that was iPhone 12. I think was what Nestor said. Ooh, this is wireless charging. I think Mr. Tesla would invent it. Hoverboard. I've got one of those giant wheels, 2 to 12. So we got iPhone 12. 10. This is the wallet. And this is, ooh, VR surgery. So this is, or is this for people who are afraid of real blood, that way they can just be looking at fake blood? Okay, and the odds, ooh, autopilot. Autopilot for your car. Okay, I'm a little worried that we have 13, but what the heck. All right. Oh, hang on, maybe there's, no, there's nobody down below. Okay, so I'm going to read these out, and then you guys can just start putting whichever one you think is the coolest in the chat. Just put the number. So 1 is the banana-powered iPhone. 2 is electrical cars. Hang on, wait, before you, let me read through the list before you start putting them, otherwise my list disappears on me. 3 is 3D printing of medical applications. 4, 3D printed casts. 5, Apple Thunderbolt Revolution for charging. 6, the Aqua Treadmill. Latest example. 8 is wireless charging. 11 is a smart microgreens grower. 12 is virtual reality surgery. And 13 is autopilot for car. All right, now go crazy. Put your numbers in. I'm trying to figure out my favorite. Yes, I'd have to go. All right, looks, ooh, 13. 13 is looking strong. Bunch of 3s, but I think 13 certainly looks like our winner. So let's read about 13 just for a moment. Autopilot advanced safety and convenience features are designed to assist you with the most burdensome parts of driving. Autopilot introduces new features and improves existing functionality to make your Tesla safer and more capable over time. Autopilot enables your car to steer, accelerate, and brake automatically within its lane. Current autopilot features require active driver supervision and do not make the vehicle autonomous. I believe someone has gotten in the back seat with this going. So this is not autonomous vehicles, but what's your feeling about that? Are you guys looking forward to not having to drive a car, or are you excited to be able to drive a car? A bunch of you are probably just got your licenses.
I'm excited to drive.
Black Mirror episodes, so I don't trust technology in that way. Also,
Yeah, me neither.
I find it very difficult. But I love driving. I like the feeling of control. I like doing it. It seems like, the whole point is that driving is so onerous. But I think particularly for the young driver, and this is possibly why there are more accidents with young drivers, it's exciting. You're learning, you're seeing how your car reacts and stuff. But that's very interesting. So you'll never guess what the number one was for our first period. It was actually a Tempur-Pedic bed, that it was innovations in bedding. And I think it's that you guys are not getting enough sleep, and it's very stressful these days. So having a bed that's really comfortable seemed to appeal to a lot of people. Oh, was there Lilta? No, it doesn't look like anyone was stuffing the ballot box. I think these are all different people. Anyway, all I'm doing is trying to get it so that you guys are thinking about innovation, finding innovations that seem exciting to you. And now we're going to have the next 13 minutes of class. You're going to be able to just work on your projects. You can ask me any questions you'd like, but we're just going to work on our project. You do not need to be using one of the 21st century devices on here. I think these are all listed because they are modern devices that have a lot of innovation to them. But like the things that you saw today, I mean, there's a question. Now that we've decided what our coolest thing is, what did you think was the coolest thing in that video in terms of innovations? Was there anything that really appealed to you? Wi-Fi 6. I think Wi-Fi 6 is definitely going to be a good thing. Speaking of being scared of stuff, I'm a little scared of 5G, not just for our, president saying that China is going to take us over, but 5G is going to touch everything. 5G is like, your refrigerators and stuff, and the idea that people can hack your refrigerator and weird things.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. And then when I saw the robot, I was like, no, we don't need the robot.
Okay. All right. So we will be quiet now, and everyone, you can have the next 10 plus minutes to just be working on your project. Okay, we have 1 minute left. I was just going to talk a little about one of the pretty amazing things in our future. This whole idea of quantum products. Did anyone understand about those quantum battery charging? How those batteries could be charging so fast? Quantum physics is a very bizarre place. My favorite is I had a professor who said, if you really want to blow your mind, don't go reading the latest science fiction. Read the latest quantum physics journal. That will blow your mind, my friend. Quantum particles are a part of string theory, I believe. And this was one of the ways they thought that it couldn't be accurate, because it says two particles, one here and one can be a universe away, literally 100 million miles away. And when I influence this particle here, it is influencing that other particle 100 million miles away instantaneously. When I lift it up, that one goes up. When I put it down, that one goes down. That's what is the basis of this. But you'll see quantum products are going to be very interesting, and they seem to be possible. Okay, we are done. Class is over. It is Friday. It's the end of my day. I will stop sharing. Anyone has any questions, you can hang out. But other than that, you are free to go.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Have a good
Thank you for
evening.
great day.
Bye, Mr.
Good to see
Swift.
you, John.
Bye.
Thank you. Happy weekend.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Have a good weekend. Thank you.
New mic.
How did you say?
I said I'm going to get you a new mic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry. It's just your mic's a little fuzzy, so I can take care of that.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Mektis, can I help you?
Hi, I just wanted to talk about what we were talking about today with like all the new technology coming in, like the autopilot cars and things like that.
Right.
I feel like I'd be more scared because I'm relying on technology and so many things could go wrong, and just I've seen a lot of movies.
No, and you work on the internet today, you know, and just things keep, you know, weird little glitches keep coming up. It makes you nervous. You know, I hate to say that the whole reason that they are doing it in theory, or at least for autonomous driving vehicles, is actually the idea of safety. That humans are so much more random than glitches in computer programs, that the idea is, you know, and I think that the figures are relatively staggering, like looking at COVID. I think, I can't think, you could look it up. You know, how many people die from car accidents a year? Even just in the US, I was going to look it up. It's a race.
About 38,000 people.
I ditto. That's not as many as I thought, but it's that idea that, you know, you could cut that number in half, or you could, you know, cut that number in a quarter if you had autonomous vehicles, because they will obey the traffic laws, etc. You know, but then there's the weird thing, like with your 5G. What happens when someone hacks your autonomous car?
Yeah.
It's a very natural instinct, and this is why, you know, it's Republican versus Democrat, that Democrats in theory are progressives and Republicans are conservatives. Conservatives are very skeptical of new devices and new technology. They know that what has been working for them in the past worked for their grandfather, and it should be just fine to work in the future. And so they're reluctant to take that next step. I think you're right. I think it's going to be, things are going to be progressing so fast in your lifetime. I mean, think of this. My grandfather was born in 1890. He was the 34th pilot in the US in 1913. He saw man go to the moon. He was friends with the crazy Wright brothers. To be the first pilot and then see someone go to the moon in your lifetime, oh my gosh, that's amazing. But think of what your lifetime is going to bring. Everything is happening so much faster, so much, like for me, I don't like social media. I don't want people knowing what I'm doing. I don't want people knowing where I am. I don't want, all that. But that's because I'm old school and a curmudgeon. That, like, for you, that's a liberation. It's a way of expressing yourself and letting your friends know. So I think we all need to evolve. But I think always having some healthy skepticism of glowing reports of new technologies that are going to change your life, that is smart.
Yeah, definitely.
But you've also, a big part of it is you've got to listen. That you can't just make up your mind that all technology is scary and bad. You've got to listen to what people are saying. What are they doing to try and prove that it's going to be a good technology, that they're going to be able to control it? Just crazy AI, computers taking over the world.
Yeah.
I mean, they are teaching computers things that they really shouldn't be. And it's because, again, the problem with scientists is they do things because they can, not because they should, or that, it's because you want to be the first one. You want to try it out. This is a weird one. I don't know if you've ever watched the Flintstones, but there's a Martian called the Great Gazoo. Do you know what the Great Gazoo invented that got him thrown out of his universal community? He invented a button that if you push it, will destroy the universe. And why did he invent this button? So he could be the first person on his block to have one. That's the way we are, that it's like you do stuff for really dumb reasons. But hopefully, we as a society keep ourselves on the rails, that it's that bell curve thing. Do you understand the distribution of a bell curve? That any normal distribution goes like that. It's just a big hump. And that's 50% of everyone is right in the middle. But 25% are on the edges. And the ideas on the edges are much more interesting and volatile than those ones in the middle.
Yeah.
So you use your best intellect. You study up, you use technological problem solving. You try and think, what's the problem with this? Why am I scared of, autonomous vehicles? It's because I have no control. How could we get control? What do you do about? That's the idea, that you can look at these issues from that fabulous technological problem solving.
Yes.
Have a great weekend. Such
You
a
too.
pleasure to see you and to talk with you.
Of course.